excellent. Aces and letters. Wow. Our new house. Locality where the house is situated, size and conveniences, the people who live in it, what makes the house a home. Our new house is situated far out in the suburbs. It is at some distance from the town. Its surroundings are peaceful and quiet. We get plenty of fresh air. There are many trees around our house. We have made a lovely garden. Many beautiful flowers and plants grow in it. All of us take pleasure in tending our garden. Our house is spacious and comfortable. It has 4 bedrooms, a hall, and a kitchen. Each bedroom has been painted in a different color. Our 4 bedrooms are blue, pink, grey, and yellow in color, and our hall is green. We have wooden furniture. Our beds have Dunlop mattresses, and our dining table has pinks and glass on it. We are very thankful to our parents for providing us with such a comfortable house. Our family consists of 6 people. We are 2 boys and 2 girls who live with our parents. My father is an engineer, my mother is a secondary school teacher. They are both educated and cultured persons. They treat us very kindly and their best to bring us up well. There's a great deal of love and kindness in my home. We are a close-knit family. All the comforts in the world cannot make a house a home. It's kindness, love, and affection that makes a house a home. We are very lucky in this respect. Ours is a true home because we love one another and our parents very much indeed. The street in which I live in the city itself in a big apartment consisting of 6 stories. I live on the 5th floor of the apartment, which is known as Shanti Sadan. Our house commands a fine view of all that goes on in the street below us. The name of our building suggests that it is a peaceful place. Yet we have no peace or silence from morning to night. Sounds of traffic and milkmen awake us early in the morning. Then follows the shouts of newspaper boys and the payment hawkers. We are forced to leave our beds and our restful sleep. We step out of the balcony and see a sea of human heads passing through the street. All kinds of things are sold on the pavements below us. There are much noise and confusion. A great deal of bargaining goes on between buyers and sellers. We see vegetables, fruits, flowers, and many other commodities being sold in our street. Some people become violent and there is a street fight. The police come on the scene and arrest the troublemakers. Occasionally there's a street accident, then we feel sorry for the poor victim who's either killed on the spot or seriously injured, and there is much noise and activity in the street below us. We never have a dull moment. We find it interesting to spend our time in our balcony and watch the sights and sounds in the street. Our country or my land. Natal land? India is my natal land. It's a great country. It has one of the oldest civilizations in the world. It is a world known for its religion, culture, and philosophy. It is known for its spiritual outlook of life. India is a vast country stretching up for thousands of miles from north to south and east to west. To the north, it has mighty Himalayas, one of the tallest mountain ranges in the world. Many great rivers rise in these mountains. They are Ganges and the Brahmaputra, the Yamuna and the Narmada, the Krishna, the Vyas, the Saraswati, and others. It is one of the most densely populated countries in the world. The people live mainly in the villages and they are hardworking and lead very simple lives. Various communities live in my country. There are Hindus, Muslim, Parsis, Christians, Jews, and Jains. My country is famous for its sculpture and architecture. Tourists from all over the world come to admire the Taj Mahal, the ancient temples of the south, the caves of Ajanta, Ellora, and score of other monuments. My country has produced many great noble men such as Mahavir, Buddha, Gandhi, Nehru, Vinoba Bhave, Subhash Chandra Bose, Jayaprakash, Narayan, etc. Others. My country is free and I'm proud to belong to it. We have our government, our own leaders, and our own army, navy, and air force. Our armed forces are among the bravest in the world. They may lay down their lives if there is any threat to the freedom of our country. I love my country. I regard it as the best place on earth. My school laboratory My school laboratory is an interesting place. It's a large rectangular room. On the walls there are pictures of scientists and charts of scientific subjects. We have a long wooden table with tall stools on both sides of them. There are cupboards containing breakers, test tubes, and various other equipment. There's a serious atmosphere in the laboratory. The science teacher demonstrates experiments to us. And then we have to do the experiments on our own. The laboratory assistant and the peon help the teacher to distribute the equipment. They collect it and put it away when work is done in the laboratory. A laboratory is very useful in teaching science. It is only by carrying on experiments and proving scientific principles that the pupils can get proper knowledge on the subject. So we spend many useful and interesting hours in our school laboratory. Our school playground, a pupil cannot study well unless he has good health. Games and exercise help pupil to enjoy good health. So a school playground is needed to help us keep people in good health. We have a large playground within our space to play all kinds of games. We play hockey, football and cricket on our playground. We also have a shade where indoor games are played. My favorite indoor game is table tennis. Our annual sports takes place in our school playground. That is the best time. I enjoy playing and participating in different events. My parents insist that I play an hour daily on our playground. They realize the importance of games and exercise in maintaining good health. I come back home quite refreshed after playing games on our playground. My school I go to one of the oldest schools in my town. My school is over 160 years old. It was started with a small number of pupils and now building. Today it has 4 buildings and over 5,000 people on its roads. The 4 buildings of my school consist 26 classrooms in each. It also has a large playground and well-equipped library and laboratory. We play all kinds of games such as hockey, football and cricket. We also like to spend free time doing the experiments in our laboratory. Our library has many interesting instructive books. It also has many magazines and newspapers. Our principal is a good and kindly man. He is kind but firm in running the school and maintaining discipline. He works very hard to keep up the discipline of the school and its high standards of teaching. Our teachers are highly qualified and well-trained. We are efficient and industrious. At the same time, they are considerate and sympathetic. Our schools also conduct several extracurricular activities. We are trained in debating, elocution and dramatics. We also have our own troop of Boy Scouts and Girl Guides. Also, these varied activities give us an all-round education. I'm very proud of my school. We have got karate classes, classical dance classes, as well as various sports and gaming classes. Homework, a holy place outside my town. Name the place and say where it is situated. Describe the place and explain why it is important. A good place for an evening walk makes the heart pure as well as refreshed. Conclusion. Our railway station. Say how far it is from your house and give a detailed description of the place. Describe the activities that go to during the day, the scenes at the arrival of the train, the scenes after its departure. Explain the usefulness of a railway station. Conclusion. Our town library, where it's situated, is a detailed description of the building outside and inside. The furniture, the books describe the activities that go on there. Reading the books, magazines and newspapers. The usefulness of the library bring knowledge, relaxation in the form of reading to the common man. People will be limited income, can read a lot of books. We should be thankful that we have a library and handle the books with great care. My native village, situation on the banks of a river, great scientific scenic beauty. It has green fields and about 100 small houses. The common occupation is farming, agriculture and dairy farming, poultry, farming, and people are simple, helpful and their ways. Many are ignorant and illiterate. Government has started school for the children and adult literacy classes for the grown-ups. Our village has been electrified. It gets a regular supply of water from a dam for irrigating the fields. All modern improvements have made it a very good place to live in. Exercises for practice, the shopping arcade of my town, my father's office, my brother's college, my local genuine price shop for food grains, the bus stop near my house, the seashore, the local hospital, our local gymnasium. Festivals, Ganesh Chaturthi, wow! Ganesh Chaturthi is a Hindu festival. It's a celebration played all over India, but on a large scale in the state of Maharashtra. People in all religions take part in celebration which lasts for 11 days. It commences for 4th day of the Hindu calendar month of the Bhadrapad, which falls in the Gregorian calendar month of the August or September. This festival is dedicated to Ganesha Ganpati, the elephant-headed deity of wisdom, the son of Parvati and Shiva. Ganpati is considered the giver of abundance and plenty. He is also honored as the deity of learning. He is specially worshipped at the commencement of new projects or opening ceremonies, during which his blessings are sought for the progress and prosperity. People begin to prepare for Ganesh Chaturthi weeks before the festival. Many public mandaps and pandals are set up. They are very attractively decorated, and on the first day of the festival, the idol of Ganpati is brought with great gusto and music and seated in the mandaps. There is a worship in Delhi at a certain fixed time with very popular bhajans and aartis. These sessions are attended by large numbers of people all throughout the day. Each day, big queues of people of all religions line up outside the mandaps to go and pay a visit to Ganpati. Each person who gets in is given prasad. On the last day of the festival, the idols are taken ceremoniously with music and dance in large processions to a nearby lake, river, or sea, and tearfully bid farewell to and immersed. Thus ends the very popular festival of Ganesh Chaturthi. The Makar Sankranti festival is celebrated on 14th January. It is a geographical background. It is supposed to mark the day when the sun changes its position and starts moving towards the northern hemisphere. People can feel longer days and short nights from this day onwards. Different parts of the country celebrate the festival in different ways. In Maharashtra, people make sweets of til to distribute them to their friends. They tell their friends sweets and talk sweetly. This means that they consider Makar Sankranti as the festival of friendship. In Gujarat, Makar Sankranti is enjoyed by flying kites. In fact, it is the festival of kite flying in Gujarat. People gather on rooftops to watch the fights between the different kites. There is a great rejoicing and applause when the one kite cuts off another. Whistles are blown and drums are beaten. Everyone has a gay time flying kites. The sky appears full of kites of all colors and sizes. The festival has religious significance too. People are supposed to give alms to the poor, put on new clothes and share and eat sweets. It is an enjoyable occasion for the young and the old alike. Unfortunately, however, some of the fun is spoiled by the accident occurs. A boy might lean out too far over the terrace and lose his balance. In this case, he will fall and hurt himself and have to be rushed to a hospital. Again, children who rush to pick up a kite that has fallen may not notice the oncoming traffic. They might be knocked down by a speeding vehicle and be a serious hurt. Apart from these very few stray incidents, Makar Sankranti is indeed an enjoyable festival. Our Republic Day. India became Republic on 26 January 1950. So every year we observe 26 January as a national holiday. The whole country celebrates Republic Day. The grandest Republic Day celebrations take place in Delhi, the city of India. Just as an Independence Day, the President and Prime Minister are present on the occasion and the national flag is hoisted by the President. This is an impressive parade consisting of the armed forces and also representatives of the school and of Girl Guides, Home Guards and the NCC, drawn from every part of the country. The boys and the girls are awarded for bravery and also participants in the ceremony. They are all smartly dressed in march the public. All national awards and prizes are given away on this day. Poets, writers, actors, prominent teachers, social workers and gallant members of the armed forces receive the awards. On Republic Day ceremony, the national TV channel Delhi telecasts the running commentary of the Republic ceremony from Delhi. Everything is described so vividly that everyone feels as if he is personally present in Delhi. Our school too has a Republic Day celebration. The national flag is hoisted and saluted and the sweets are distributed. We then have a small variety entertainment program. All buildings are grandly illuminated on Republic Day. Late in the evening, my friends and I go about the city to observe the illuminations. All compete with one another to have the best illuminated buildings. The government gives away prizes to the best illuminated buildings. This is the Republic Day celebration and it is a day of joy for the whole country. Our festival of lights, Diwali. The Hindus celebrate many festivals. The greatest of them is Diwali, which occurs in October or November. The word Diwali means the row of lamps. So every Hindu home will be decorated with the row of lamps of Diwali festival. Elaborate preparations are made before the festival. Houses and shops are thoroughly cleaned and painted or whitewashed. They are gaily decorated for Diwali. Sweets are prepared and new clothes are purchased and ordered. On Diwali day, Lakshmi Puja is performed. The goddess of wealth is worshipped. People wear new clothes, they burst crackers, visit their friends, and eat good food and sweets. Everyone is happy and gay. Children, particularly, get plenty of sweets and crackers at Diwali time. They enjoy themselves bursting noise, crackers, or burning sparklers and fountains. The day following Diwali is observed as the Hindu New Year Day, especially for by merchants. On this day, merchants close their old accounts and open new accounts books. Diwali is therefore the time for feasting and rejoicing, so everyone looks forward to Diwali. Now I'm quite a grown-up child. I understand that bursting of crackers leads to sound pollution as well as air pollution. Very young children are involved in the manufacture of crackers. They do work with great risk, so I have decided not to burst crackers for this new year. I can use the same money for good cause. The festival of Holi. Holi is a festival that is widely celebrated by Hindus. It occurs in March and marks the beginning of the spring season. It is a religious origin. Hindus believe that Holika, an evil woman, tried to burn Prahlad, the true devotee of God. But Prahlad was saved by God and Holika was burned to ashes. Hindus rejoice over the victory of Prahlad. It represents the victory of good versus evil, or virtue over vice. Holi is generally a public holiday. Bank, schools and colleges and offices are closed on that day. People celebrate Holi in a gay and playful mood. They spray colored water over one another. They look like clowns with multicolored clothes. People sing and dance, beat drums and blow whistles as they go in a noisy procession through the streets. They do not spare anyone to meet. Everyone is spread with color. At night, on the eve of the Holi, a fire is lit in the open air. It is a reminder of the burning of Holika. People return home from the burning and enjoy the sweets and for their supper. Holi is truly a festival of the common man. All alike, great and small, enjoy Holi. No person is spared. Anyone who passes through the streets is spared with color. Sprayed with color, so this festival makes all equal. No distinctions are observed on account of wealth or social position. Eid. Eid is a Muslim term which means festival. Muslims throughout the world celebrate 3 Eids during the year. Ramzan is a month of fasting. It is very strict fast which does not allow even a sip of water during the day. The fast is broken daily after sunset after the month-long fasting. On the day after the new moon, Ramzan Eid is celebrated. This festival is called Eid ul-Fitr. Bakri Eid is celebrated in the memory of Hazrat Ismail sacrifice. This festival falls about 2 months or 9 days after Eid al-Fitr. It is for this festival that Muslims who can afford to go on the pilgrimage to Mecca. This pilgrimage is known as the Hajj Mutton Biryani. Is the main dish eaten on this day. This festival is formally known as Eid ul-Zuha. The third Eid that is celebrated with great enthusiasm is Eid Milad. This day commemorates the birthday of the Holy Prophet Muhammad. Each Eid day starts with morning prayer of the mosque and Eidgahs. People wear new clothes, altar. After the prayer, they greet each other affectionately and eat Mubarak. They eat kheer, biryani, sevai, sheet, kurma. They offer the same delicacies to the guests who visit their homes for Eid days. Christmas. Christmas is the main feast for the Christians. It is celebrated on 25th of December each year. Christmas commemorates the birth of Jesus Christ. On the night before Christmas, Christians go to church in large numbers for the midnight mass. Everyone wears new clothes that day along with special prayers. Christmas carols are sung. After the church ceremony, they greet each other happily and return home. The next day, the Christmas day, they wear new clothes and eat special delicacy at each meal. They distribute cake and cookies to their neighbors and friends. They welcome guests who visit them with cake and wine on this day and night through the following week. A common sight during the season of festivity as the trip at each house of the community decorated with Christmas trees, letting the kids start outside houses and Santa Claus distributing sweets at the entrances of the shop. It is free to go window shopping during the season to see the elaborately decorated shop fronts. to attract customers to do Christmas shopping. Onam. Onam is a harvest festival of Kerala. It is celebrated on the day of Shravan in the month of August or September, this time where nature is at its very best, flowers everywhere. The harvest has been reaped and granaries are full. Farmers are free of worries and are in a mood to enjoy and make merry. Early on this day, children go out to gather flowers. They're laden with colored and fragrant flowers of colors and scents. With these, they make beautiful floral designs in front of their houses. On this day, each minute of the day is enjoyed. Each meal of the day is very special and thoroughly enjoyed by all. The famous snack boats, dresses of Kerala are held on this day. This is an activity that attracts people from far and wide. This was a special significance to the people of the land, as teams representing their homes locally would be competing in their dress. It is very exciting event that groups all the Malayalis. Traditionally, this festival celebrates the return of the glorious king of Manabala of ancient past to visit his beloved people. Legend has it that he is a great king whom his subjects loved very much. This festival welcomes and entertains King Mahabali the whole day long, and the evening dance and many other cultural programs are organized. Children's Day. Pandit Nehru, Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India, was the most popular national leader. He loved children very much. When he became our Prime Minister, the nation celebrated his birthday on 14th November every year. Children were invited to National Stadium to celebrate his birthday, and he called this Children's Day. Nehru loved the company of children. With them, he felt as if he himself was a child and sometimes acted like one. He was called Chacha Nehru. Pandit Nehru presented his birthday to children, and even after his death, this day is celebrated as Children's Day. On this day, children go to school, have a meeting and play games, have cultural programs, songs are sung, plays are enacted, debates are held. All this is done and organized by children themselves at school. Thus, the whole day is spent in merrymaking. This is no studies in school. Today's children are citizens of tomorrow, and they learn a lot of remembrance on this great man's good deeds and his thoughts. Now, Children's Day is celebrated in the memory of Pandit Nehru, a great statesman and a very learned person. He will always live in the memory of the children all over the world. Easter. India is a land of many religions. In this country, the people of many faiths live as brothers and sisters. They celebrate the main festivals of all religions as if it was their own festival. Festivals like Diwali, Bakri Eid, Christmas, Patati, etc. are celebrated by all. By celebrating each other's festivals, people get to know more about other religions and grow closer to each other. Some festivals, however, escape the knowledge of the person, even though they are of great importance. One such festival is Easter. This is celebrated by Christians. More people are ignorant about Easter because this festival falls on a Sunday and no special holiday is given for this festival. More Christmas claims that indeed Easter is a bigger festival for them than Christmas is. The reason they explain is that it was a great event of Easter because of which their religion became into existence. Easter celebrates the day on which Jesus Christ, the Son of the Almighty God, rose to life again from the dead on the third day after he was brutally killed. On Good Friday, Christians sadly and prayerfully remember Jesus Christ, who sacrificed his life and got killed on that day. Thus, if there was no Easter, there would be no Christians today, and no Easter is very important festival for Christians. It generally falls in the month of April. Just as the Christmas tree, Santa Claus and the snow add to the Christmas gaiety, so also the Easter egg and the hot cross buns hold a special place in the Easter celebrations. While the Christmas, Easter egg, etc. add to celebration, they hold no religious significance at all. Personal experiences. My childhood. The days of our childhood are the best days of our life. When we are small, our parents care for us and shower their affection on us. I remember how much love and affection my parents showed on me when I was a child. My childhood was a happy, carefree period. I had many little friends of my own age, so I played with them very happily and I never felt lonely. I liked sweets very much when I was a child. also liked to play with all kinds of toys like trains, aeroplanes, various other toys. My parents used to buy me a lot of toys. As a child, I lived in a world of make-believes. I would imagine I was a teacher, the chair were my people. I taught them in the same way that my teacher taught me at school. I used to be quite mischievous as a child. Once I decided to learn cycling on my own. I hired a small bicycle and attempted to ride it. I rushed on the sloping road. I lost control of the handlebar. I toppled off the bicycle and landed in a gutter. A sharp stone cut me above my eyebrow. I cried a great. I did not know what to do. Suddenly, I thought of our family doctor. I went to him. He stitched up the cut and gave me an injection. When returning from the doctor's place, I met my father, who, on finding that I had not returned till quite late, had come out in search of me. He was shocked to see my head bandaged. I told him what had happened. He did not scold me. He hoped I had learned a lesson from the bad experience I had. On the whole, I think it is a fine to be a child. You are well cared for and your parents provide you with everything you need. My last day at school. It was our last day at school. We decided to have a small get together for children and students, teachers. We could hardly believe that our school life was over. We, the students of the SSC class, assembled in the school hall. We invited our teachers and principal to the present occasion. Some of the students of our class made short speeches. We thanked our teachers and principal for all that they had done for us. We were feeling very sad to leave school. We had spent many happy years of our lives at school. The principal and teachers also made speeches. They advised us to be honest and industrious in life and to keep up with the same good name of our school. They wished us success in life. After this, we had a little music and entertainment. Some of us sang songs and played a musical instrument. We also played some indoor games. The entertainment was followed by light refreshment. All the students took autographs of their friends, teachers and principals in their autograph book. The party then broke up and we went home. I shall always be happy memories of my school days, during which I was very happy and carefree. My school magazine. My school publishes its own magazine. It is called Student Express. It's printed in two versions, which are English and Hindi. It comes out once a year. We eagerly look forward to get a copy of our magazine. We are encouraged to contribute articles of short stories and poems in the language of our choice. Some of us also contribute photographs and drawings. Our teachers help us to edit the magazine. 3 teachers are in charge of receiving the contributions of 3 different languages. A student magazine is useful. It helps parents and pupils to keep in touch with school activities, both academic and extracurricular. Photographs